It has been 125 days since I started two Bitcoin bots on Pionex. One is a DCA bot, dollar cost average bot, and the other is a grid bot. And I wanted to just show everybody what the results so far of those bots are. So you can kind of determine whether you want to use DCA bots or grid bots, or if you even want to use bots at all. Before we jump into it, make sure you subscribe. I post updates on what I am doing in crypto, how to make a little money on the side with eBay and all this other random stuff, little tips for making some beer money, nothing that's going to get you rich, but if you want to put a few extra dollars in your pocket, it helps. So anyway, now let's just jump right over to my screen so we could see my Pionex dashboard. So these are my bots. I have 11 bots running. Crypto has been really all over the place kind of recently. We had the halvening with Bitcoin and the ETFs and all this other stuff. So there's been a lot of fluctuation in the pricing. The bots have, mitigated that fluctuation a bit, but not really. So these right here are the two bots that I was focusing on for these videos. So it's Bitcoin grid trading bot here that's been running for just under 125 days. And this is the Bitcoin DCA bot that's been running for the same amount of time. They have very similar amounts of money. I have been putting more money into the DCA one, as the grid one makes money with its trades, as you can see in the grid here. As the price goes up here and it sells at these amounts, it makes a little bit in arbitrage, and I usually take this arbitrage and dump it into the DCA bot. The DCA bot differs in the fact that it will buy, so it actually started buying way up here, but it'll buy, and then as it goes down, it'll buy 1.5 times as much the next round, and down, 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 all the way down to here until it runs out of US dollars to buy Bitcoin with, and then it won't sell until it gets all the way back up to this price here. Then it'll sell everything, and then it'll restart this sort of process, but it'll start with this as being the top. So then it'll buy, and then if it gets up to here, it'll sell, but there'll also be another level like here or something where it'll be a sell. So if it goes even further, it'll keep buying, and then it'll sell here, and then it'll move down. Same thing if it goes up. So if it sells here and then the price starts going up, it'll just keep buying and buying, and then reset this round is what they call. So you can see this is round 204 of the bot. But anyway, so to look at this, to figure out which one has been more profitable, obviously this one is only up $15 right now overall, because the price of Bitcoin has gone down over the last few days. But the total arbitrage that I have made is $222. So from this grid system here, buying a little bit here and then selling when it gets here, and selling here and buying here, and whatever, as those fluctuations happened, it's made $202 just doing that in the last 125 days. The DCA bot has made $263 doing its thing. Yeah, there is about $200 more in this bot, but in the long run, it seems like the DCA bot is doing better, but that's only with Bitcoin. That's not always the case. You can see I have other DCA bots, like this Solana one. Granted, this one's only been running for 11 days. It was up a lot before, and I stopped the bot and took some of that profit and dumped it into Bitcoin. But you could see, like, this one isn't doing as well. It's not making as many transactions. It's down $1 right now, which is no big deal. But I personally have been kind of moving things around and trying to hold only Bitcoin in most cases. So as you can see, I started another grid trading bot here that's more a wider range of grids just so that if it does drop way down, I have something that's still trading. I started another DCA bot that at a different price point so that it's kind of on a different level as the main DCA bot so that it's making trades at different price points than the other one. You can see the Solana just jumped up in price a little bit, so now we're up $1.73, but it hasn't sold what we're holding right now. We're holding like 4 Solana, and it'll sell it all right here. These bots here are trying to make more Bitcoin, essentially. It's an Ethereum Bitcoin pair, so when the fluctuations happen, it will sell in order to get more Bitcoin. So these are just kind of the bots. Pionex calls them miners, not electricity miners. So it's basically just using your own money to do grid trading in order to make more Bitcoin, which is essentially what a miner would do. Just you don't have to have an actual miner here. And it's not making much. I mean, honestly, it's profitable right now, 0.0000009699 Bitcoin. So again, not going to make me rich, but wanted to have these just to kind of stack some sats. The Ethereum one, not doing so great here. It's been way under for a long time, hasn't made any trades since April 11th when the price fell down below all of this. So we're waiting for that to kind of pop back up and hit 3,300, so it'll sell. This is another one of those mining type bots. This one has a little more to start. So, I mean, the profit is a little more, each average trade is a little bit more as far as the arbitrage, but we're still down, 2.25% here. This Doge one, I just don't want to miss out on Doge because the price fluctuations are so very, like, it's all over the place all the time. So I wanted to just have something with a little bit of money in here to trade Doge. But again, this one has been way down underneath the sell price, and it's going to take a lot to get it back up to 18. It hasn't made a trade since, the 12th. So the main ones I'm looking at these days are these 2 Bitcoin ones. Mainly this one that I keep pushing money into because, as you can see, it's more of a steady long-term gain here, whereas this has a lot more fluctuations in it and more chance of losing money. But I believe in Bitcoin as the top tier of cryptos as it rightfully is. So I've kind of moved away from more of the altcoins and other things like that. I have been accumulating Solana still. I do believe that out of any other coin similar to Ethereum that allows for, smart contracts and things like that, I do like Solana. I'm a fan of the Helium network and what Helium is doing with their cell phone stuff, which I have other videos about how you can get, a cell phone plan for free using Helium Mobile. But they are on Solana, and I do like Solana. Yeah, it's been a little rough lately. Transactions don't always go through, and sometimes it goes down, but Ethereum did the same thing when it first came out. It was just not in your face as much when Ethereum first came out because Bitcoin wasn't even like a huge thing. I mean, it was, but nobody really knew what Ethereum was. There were like, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash were like some of the big ones, and then Ethereum kind of just snuck under there and eventually took off. But it had downtime at the beginning and it had issues. So I think once Solana figures all of that out, Solana will be a pretty good blockchain to work off of. It's faster than Ethereum. The fees are a lot less. So once they figure out the network issues, then that's where I'm banking on. So external money that I'm putting into coins right now is Solana, and then my normal Bitcoin buy that I always do. I have been using like free surveys and stuff you can do online to make extra little money. I make like $2, $3 a day, and I just dump it right into Bitcoin. It takes like, 20 minutes, something like that, 30 minutes. I have other videos on how to do that as well. But yeah, so for now, I'm just kind of watching these bots, rearranging the totals, where everything is and how everything's doing. And let's take a quick look at my other screen where I have the here. All right, so this is where I've been tracking my bot gains and losses. So I started this bot way back in January with $5,500 in it. I don't even know if I started this bot. That's just what my account on Pionex had at that point. Here I got my money kicked back from Celsius, so I dumped that into there. Here I moved over $180 worth of Cardano that wasn't doing anything, and then here is where I added $350 of Bitcoin into that mining bot that I'm using. So I have put about $2,000 on top of this original $5,000 into it. So you can see here, overall, if you include the stuff that I have put in myself, which technically you shouldn't, but I just can't keep track of it, I would be up about 48% right now. If you took out the Celsius money that I put in there, I'd be up about $1,000. And then if you take out all the stuff that I put in extra from this 5,400, I'd be up right now, as of today, $560, or about 11%. It was a lot higher. It's not bad. It's not great. Much better than a savings account or anything like that. And it just does its thing. So you could see in January, I lost $270, but in February, I made $2,178, mainly because of the Celsius return that I added on here, plus everything took off in February. In March, I made about $1,300, but there was a $350 Bitcoin ad, so about $1,000, a little less than $1,000 in March. And then this month has not been great. I've lost $576. You could see down here, even as of today, I've already lost $250. Yesterday, I made 61 from the day before. This is not overall, so this compares to the day before. So you could see the most the account has had is around $8,600. So I'm still over 8,000. I'm still fine with it. Again, crypto market fluctuates. I'm not too concerned about it. This is just an experiment to see how well it does overall. So that's what I've got as far as what my crypto bots are doing. If you're interested in Pionex or the crypto bots and how they work, I have a link in the description you can use. I think it might only be today, you can get a $30 bot if you sign up using my referral account. It might end at the end of April, so I'm not sure. I will also get a kickback of $30 just to be transparent, so feel free to use it. Don't use it, no big deal. But yeah, if you have any other questions about Pionex, the bots, the survey sites I'm using to make a little bit of money, selling on eBay, any of that stuff, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I will be back probably next week with another crypto update on how things are moving.